Hey folks, I'm back already because I want to share something I got in the mail and I want to talk a little bit. I'll start with the gift. So after I made my video yesterday, I got some mail. Unexpectedly, I received some BCLT and a very, very nice letter. Thank you, Bob. I won't say your last name. He sent me a copy of Phil Collins' book, Not Dead Yet, which I really have been wanting to read. I've started to read it. I love it already. But so kind of you, Bob, to send the book to me, but also to share with me your thoughts about how much you enjoy my album Flyover as well as Nice. I know I'm not the only artist who, when they get a chance to get this sort of feedback where people really connect with what you've done, it means a lot. It's very encouraging and very heartwarming. Thank you for sharing how much you enjoy the music. Thank you so much. Thank you also so much for sending me this book. Yes, I'm a huge Genesis fan. I've been on here for several years, so many of you who watch me now may have not gone back and looked at some of my old videos, but I've shown my Genesis collection, which is a big part of my collection here. And I also have Phil Collins solo. I've already started reading the book. I'm up to the part now where he's joined Genesis. And I love the frankness of this book. I've always known that I would like Phil Collins as a person. He and I are not alike in personality. But something that we definitely have in common is that he and I are not what you call real musicians. We don't understand music theory and we can't read. And whenever we've tried to do it, our ears get in the way because we can hear what needs to happen and we just do it. He talks about that quite a bit already in the book as far as I've read. Really enjoying it. I'm loving his frankness also. He's just really bearing everything from his point of view, which I totally respect. And I completely also feel for Phil Collins because I, in my own way, deal with what he has dealt with, which is public derision from people who are clueless about who and what he's really about. And it's had a noticeable effect on his life, you know, a negative and somewhat positive. It's just unfortunate that the forces within humans that cause them to be insensitive to others, especially that they don't know, it's, you know, it's a shame is what I'm saying, you know, and I completely relate to Phil. Kind of relates to, if you watched my video yesterday, read the comments, because sure enough, someone comes along and does exactly what it is I'm talking about, which is try to tell me what I'm supposed to be thinking, and because it doesn't align with what they think, they're going to come and tell me what I'm supposed to do. And look at the comments, okay, and see how it went, okay. I did end up blocking someone, but not that person, but another person who obviously is trolling and getting a rise out of seeing me being a human, okay, processing things out in public with other people who leave comments. That's what you see between me and this one person. I'm processing, you know, because when people come and basically attack me, and that's what it feels like. It's like what's happening is, again, is the person is not hearing what I'm saying. They're hearing my words and contextualizing it according to what's happening in their head and then telling me that's what I'm saying. No. I said it in the last video when it happened. I'm saying it again. No one's telling me what to think. No shoulds or shouldn'ts here, okay? And the exchange between me and that person ended up positively, because again, it's like, you know, I'm human. There's an aspect of me that is childish, but that's not what's going on here. That's not what you were going on with what you heard me saying. You're interpreting what I'm saying. You're not catching why these things mean so much to me, which also comes back to another thing about Phil Collins that I relate to. He talks about early on here how he was a big fan of the band that ended up becoming Mighty Baby, and how because of his life living out in the sticks, we had the similar thing where we're huge fans of music. We're music makers, but we're huge fans. And he had collected these scrapbooks about the band that Mighty Baby was before they became that. I forget the name of the band right now. And other stuff, you know. And that's what it's like for me. When I talk about meeting musicians who have inspired me, that's what I'm trying to convey, that it just means a lot that I actually got to meet them. I know they're just people, okay? So ain't nothing wrong with what I'm saying here at all, you know. So when people come by and try to pick me apart, it, you know, depending on how it's done, at first it's upsetting, and it's like, well, what the hell is going on here? And almost always it ends up being that I'm being misperceived, and the person comes here with their own loaded plate, which is why I said what I said at the end of the last video. Fix your own gaze. Don't come over here pointing at me. I ain't done nothing. I'm just being Dereck. And there is nothing wrong with that. Nothing for you to be trying to correct. And if you like what I do, then just accept me. I'm not going to change for you, because you certainly won't be changing for me or anybody else. Think about that, okay? You folks that are short-sighted and coming and pointing fingers, try to put yourself in the receiving end. You'd probably feel the same way, if not worse, okay? You know, I'm not going to let somebody tell you how to be yourself. I'm not having that. I'm not. And you other folks, if you get tired of this, sorry, but this is part of what's going on with my life, and I'm sharing it, okay? You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. Thank you so much for this book. I'm going to leave it there, okay? Once again, I'll say, I don't delete comments because I don't like what was said to me, or because, wait, let me rephrase that. I don't delete comments because I disagree. It's the tone of the comment. It's the words. It's what I perceive as the intent and the motivation behind the comments. If it appears the motivation behind the comments is just to put me down, I'm not having it, because there's no reason for it, okay?